What we know about the Florida State University shooting suspect, Phoenix Ikner. On a Thursday that began like any other, Florida State University became the scene of unspeakable tragedy. A shooting near the student union shattered the campus calm, leaving a community reeling. The incident resulted in 2 fatalities, individuals who were not students, and 6 others wounded. The suspect in this horrific act is Phoenix Ikner, a 20-year-old student at FSU. His name is now synonymous with the terror that gripped Tallahassee. The questions surrounding his motives and background are only beginning to be answered. Give a like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Ikner was apprehended at the scene, shot and injured by university police officers. He was armed with a handgun at the time of his arrest. This weapon was later identified as his mother's former service weapon. A search of Ikner's vehicle revealed a chilling arsenal. Inside, authorities discovered an AR-15-style rifle and a shotgun. The car was registered to Ikner's father, adding another layer of complexity to this already disturbing case. Phoenix Ikner is the son of Leon County Sheriff's Deputy Jessica Ikner. This connection to law enforcement adds a disturbing dimension to the narrative. He was a junior political science major at FSU, having transferred from Tallahassee State College. Ikner had earned an associate's degree from Tallahassee State in December. Public records indicate he was a registered Republican. At the age of 15, he legally changed his name to Phoenix, a detail that hints at a search for identity. An Instagram post attributed to Ikner features a biblical quote referencing war and destruction. This unsettling message offers a glimpse into a potentially troubled mindset. It is a piece of the puzzle investigators are now trying to assemble. Jessica Ikner, Phoenix's mother, is a long-serving member of the Leon County Sheriff's Department. With over 18 years of service, she has held positions, including school resource officer. Following the shooting, she was transferred to the Property Crimes Unit and granted personal leave. The Leon County Sheriff's Office is not investigating the shooting due to the obvious conflict of interest. However, the fact remains that Ikner had access to weapons due to his family ties. He was, in a sense, steeped in the sheriff's office family, a connection now under intense scrutiny. Ikner was a member of the Leon County Sheriff's Youth Advisory Council. This council focuses on community improvement and fostering positive relationships with law enforcement. As a member, he underwent background checks and received training. The training included communication with the public and security clearances. The irony of this training, given the events that unfolded, is deeply disturbing. It raises questions about the effectiveness of such programs and the potential for radicalization even within seemingly positive environments. Accounts from Ikner's classmates at Tallahassee State College paint a troubling picture. They describe concerning rhetoric and extreme political views. He allegedly made disparaging comments about minorities and civil rights figures. Specific examples of his rhetoric include criticism of Rosa Parks and a defense of Nazi symbols. He reportedly made disparaging remarks about pro-Palestinian and Black Lives Matter protesters. There were also alleged jokes about the deaths of minorities and negative comments about the Stonewall riots. Ikner was reportedly asked to leave a political club due to his unsettling behavior. His comments were described as going beyond conservatism, suggesting a descent into more extreme ideologies. These accounts raise serious questions about missed warning signs. Ikner reportedly struggled with emotional dysregulation. He had been prescribed medication but had stopped taking some of it. He also attended counseling to cope with past events. The role of mental health in this tragedy is a complex and sensitive issue. It is crucial to understand the interplay between mental health challenges, personal beliefs, and access to weapons. This is not to excuse his actions, but to seek a deeper understanding. Ikner's childhood was marked by a tumultuous custody battle between his parents, Christopher Ikner and Anne Mary Erickson. There were allegations of harassment and neglect. The details of this battle are disturbing and potentially formative. The custody dispute even involved an international element. His mother was accused of taking him to Norway in violation of the custody agreement. He was eventually returned to the U.S. with police assistance. In 2017, sole parental responsibility was granted to his father. His mother reportedly had not seen him in 8 years. This fractured family history may have contributed to his emotional state and worldview. The motive for the shooting remains undetermined. investigators are exploring all possible angles. One potential connection being investigated is a planned protest by Tallahassee students for a democratic society. Ikner had previously been critical of the group. This raises the possibility that the shooting was politically motivated. He was also taking a class on authoritarian regimes at FSU. However, a classmate reported no red flags. Ikner was hospitalized for non-life-threatening injuries sustained during his apprehension. Upon his release, he will face charges, including first-degree murder. The legal proceedings will be complex and closely watched. He invoked his right to silence when taken into custody. This decision will likely complicate the investigation and the search for a clear motive. The legal process will seek to hold him accountable for his actions. Vigils and memorials have been held on campus to honor the victims and offer support to the grieving community. University events were canceled in the immediate aftermath of the shooting. The FSU community is united in mourning and seeking healing. Statements of support have been issued by FSU President Richard McCullough, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, and President Trump. These statements express condolences and reaffirm the commitment to campus safety. The community is rallying together in the face of tragedy. This is not the first time FSU has experienced the horror of a shooting. In 2014, a gunman opened fire at the main library, wounding 3 people. The gunman, Myron May, was shot and killed by officers. The memory of that previous shooting adds another layer of trauma to the current situation. It underscores the need for ongoing efforts to prevent gun violence and protect our communities. The cycle of violence must be broken.